welcome back. Today we got a Supergirl trailer coming out for this year. I believe it is June 26th. Now, it's 26. I was like the year 2026. It's starting to come up with some good movies. We got Spider-Man, we got Doomsday. I was like just off the cuff of just a couple of we always got some other movies coming in or whatever. But we're really over here talking about basically superhero movies. Last year we had Superman, which was really good. We had Thunderbolts, which was really good. We had Fantastic Four, which was really good. Captain America 4, it was alright. And so I was like, I feel like we're in a good place because Captain America 4 was at the beginning. But the rest of them since then has been really good movies. I was like, I know that people are going to bring up the numbers and all that other stuff, but that's not necessarily always the end all be all or whatever. Everybody always just think like, I get it. Money rules the world, but that doesn't mean that it got to control literally everything and how you feel about stuff or whatever. I was like, obviously a lot of people liked it, and that's sort of what you need in order to gain faith about all the next coming of movies and everything else after that. So anyway, I was like, now we got her at the end of the Superman movie, where she basically took her dog back or whatever, and I'm surprised that it actually has came out this quickly. Not just another movie off of the James Gunn franchise that he's doing, but Supergirl in general. I was like one of the few. We'll see who else is necessarily in here of her movie, like whose villains are. I was like, if she's going to be solo or they're going to be somebody else with this. But I'm excited to see this. I was like, I liked the TV show when it was on CW and stuff like that. So I was like, and like I said, Superman was really good. Was it like knock your socks off? No, or not like that. But I was like, but it was solid. It was really good. I think it's a good start to a franchise that you feel more about the whole thing than necessarily just the one movie that is like, oh, we got to hit this out the block because it's a movie by kind of by itself. This is a whole grouping. So let's see what kind of characters we get incorporated and all that other stuff, considering how he does in all of his movies. So anyway, let's go ahead and get it a start. Oh shit! Because I gotta take these off. Oh.
You managed to get most of it on the paper this time. It's a good job, buddy. Cars are out. Hereby declare that 23 will be the best year yet. Let's be honest, babe, it's not a very high bar to clear.
I didn't know any of you were still alive. What was it like to lose everything in a day?
Krypton didn't die in a day. The gods are not that kind. Okay, this does not look like this is gonna end well. For you guys.
Do others on your planet have powers like you?
No, it's a pretty small group of two.
What's Superman like?
He sees the good in everyone.
I think that's Lobo.
And I see the truth.
Okay, so I was like, didn't really show us too much, which is cool. I was like, I guess it's gonna show. It's either gonna be. I was like, the dog's there, so it has to be after Superman. But I also could see that it could probably just be like maybe a little bit of both. Cause I was like, it's obviously showing her past of her when the Krypton was going through all their stuff. But it also looked like the part two. I was like the part where she just off world went while Superman had crypto. So I was like that. I was like that'd be cool. I already know because I even said it myself that the whole look of the space thing looks like Guardians of the Galaxy, and I was like, look, nobody has really reinvented how space is supposed to look. Because it's like, on one hand, space is supposed to look somewhat futuristic for them to do all this traveling and all these things that they're doing, but they're also sort of like past at the same time with a lot of their stuff, Western looking, and it's like desolate and all this other stuff. But I was gonna say, I think it's gonna be fun. I was like, we're gonna get a different type of Supergirl than I feel like the you know, the S on the chest standing. I was like standing solid. I was like, look, she's gonna say like she's gonna have some silly goofiness. Gonna have to find her way. Look like she's, especially with James Gunn involved in all this, that I'm pretty sure that she's probably gonna have some trauma dealing with the fact that she was actually like old enough to see how the her planet and all that other and everybody died and dealing with all that, and probably drinking a bit and stuff, partying, how we all try to be like, oh, that there, you got some stuff built up, that's why you're doing all this extra stuff, and then her finding the superhero in herself in order to save the day. I did say like the picture of her when she was like flying up in the cape did look odd in comparison to the rest of. I was like how her face does look, but I'm pretty sure that's just probably how it just like scrunched up and stuff. Also I think that you sort of have to do this off world just because if not, then it's like, why would you just not be in a place where Superman's at? So it's sort of almost the dilemma of having a world that has superheroes and stuff like that. After a while, it's like, why don't you just call, what's the name? They had to call you. Why? We got Superman. So, for her first story, I do understand it being a little bit off-world. And probably going to be mostly off-world, too, for the fact. I was like, we see if she got, like, some, like, base out in space. I was like, ooh, that rhyme right there. Or whatever. I was like, I think it'll do really good numbers. We'll see. Also, a woman-led movie where it looks like she's by herself and all that other stuff. So, hey, I was like, she'll probably get the whole thing out and look great. But until then, see how the rest of these trailers come out that they'll give us. See if we get any more. That look like Jason Momoa, who right fast already got a whole new character. How he'll do or whatever. But yeah, till then, peace out.